So look, I've been an owner operator for over 20 years. And in those 20 years, I've met a lot of owner operators and a lot of blue collar workers. And almost everybody I talk to, they all say that they want freedom. But let's be very clear. It's only a few people that's actually willing to choose it. You see, freedom isn't just found. Freedom isn't something that's like a one fits all, one size fits all, that somebody could just give you and now it's yours. See, freedom is built. And it doesn't come wrapped up in comfort with a little blanket of convenience, sprinkle a little bit of senses on it. Like, it doesn't come that way. It comes the moment you stop waiting and the moment you stop hoping and then start deciding. So in this video, I'm going to break down why freedom isn't just a fantasy. It's actually a decision that most people avoid because it demands so much. But I can almost promise you, once you make that decision, man, everything can change. What's up, YouTube? It's all Jay. So look, I'm gonna get right into it, man. Look, we all were sold that version of freedom that looks like luxury vacations with passive income, early retirement, right? But that's not freedom. See, that's somebody's highlight reel. You see, real freedom is waking up and knowing that you control your time. It's not about being on a job. It's not about a schedule or having somebody else's vision for your life. You know what I'm saying? And so here's the kicker, that most people, they want the results of freedom, but they just don't want to make the decision that leads to freedom, because it will cost you something. You know, your comfort, it might cost some familiarity, you know, or even some old identities. But the cost is really nothing compared to what you'll gain. I can almost promise you that. Okay, so now you're probably wondering, like, why don't people choose freedom? Like, why haven't I chose freedom? Well, this is it. Freedom takes courage. And I ain't talking about the loud courage, like fighting a lion or jumping in front for a bullet courage. It takes the quiet courage, the daily courage, the courage that says no to things that's taking your energy, or no to things that's distracting you, and the type that says yes to things that's building something. You know what I'm saying? And the type that's telling yourself, like, I'm not going to wait anymore. You see, the reason most people won't choose freedom is that it doesn't come with a map. It kind of comes with a mirror. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to face your habits. You have to face your mindset. You have to face your story. And then you have to rewire it. And trust me, that's not easy. That's why people avoid it. It's hard to look at your demons and tell them, like, I understand and I know you're there, but I'm not going to let you stop me from my greatness. Like, that takes courage. And so most people don't have that because it's not easy. But we all know that it's worth it, right? All right, so let's move on to the shift. Like, there's a shift that can change everything. And so that shift is the moment you decide that your life is your responsibility. Like, that's a shift. Like, it's no outside forces. It's no job. It's nobody that's in traffic that controls your life but you. It's your responsibility. So that means that your income, your time, your health, and your relationships, that's all yours. You can shape those. You can change those. You have the ability to manipulate your whole surrounding, right? And so that's the moment that freedom stops being a dream and becomes an actual reality. Once you realize that I have total control over all these things, they are in my ability to change, and I can do it. I can absolutely 100% do it. So what happens next? So what happens after you get that epiphany, after you get that awareness that, okay, my life is my responsibility. Nobody else can control it. I can actually change it. What happens next? So then you start creating, not just consuming, but actually creating something, right? You start building assets, not just making paychecks and not just chasing paychecks with your body and your time, but you start building assets. Your assets will create wealth. You know what I'm saying? It will create income. Like I said, one of my favorite books, Oversubscribed, it tells you that Wealth follows assets. So you start creating and you start building assets. Then you start designing your life instead of surviving it. Instead of just waiting for something to come so you can battle it. Actually be proactive. Actually design it. Design it the way that you want it. Bad shit is gonna happen regardless. It's gonna happen regardless. So you might as well like really design your life, and when the bad stuff comes, it's so minute to your big plan to where you don't even feel it. Every day you're focused, and one bad thing might happen throughout the month, but that whole month you're focused. Instead of you just waiting and preparing for that bad thing to happen all month, and now you're stuck. Does that make sense? Like I really hope that is really getting to someone. You know what I'm saying? So just understand, like, start designing your life. And no, it's not glamorous. It's not nothing that you want to post on IG and get a whole bunch of likes. But it's yours. It's yours to handle. You know what I'm saying? You can start ugly now and end up with something amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so don't think that you have to start where other people are. Everybody starts somewhere. And so find your ownership. Find what you're going to build. Find what you're going to make your own that nobody can control. And that's where your power will live. I promise you. All right, so look, we done moved past that part, right? We done moved on. Like, so now that we know that we want freedom, now that we know that we're strong enough and we have courage to go get it, what does real freedom look like? Because I don't want to build a fantasy for you guys. I don't want you guys to think that freedom is something that only Mark Cuban and Bill Gates can have. You know what I'm saying? Freedom is not about being rich. It's much more than that, right? Freedom is about being in control. Literally, the word freedom means free dominion. It's just about being in control. Freedom is about choosing who you work with. Freedom is about choosing what you do with your mornings. Freedom is about having control of what your kids see you build. Instead of seeing you go work and put somebody else's name on your shirt, they can see you build something. And that can motivate them that they can do it. My father did it. My mother did it. I know I can do it. My father always tell me that I'm more than him. I'm better than him. So if he can do it, I can definitely do it. And then they'll see how much peace you have at the end of the night. How much worry that you don't have anymore about the next day or what you got to deal with at work the next upcoming week. I know a lot of people that on Sundays, instead of enjoying their Sundays, they're already thinking about Monday. They're thinking about how they hate their job and how they got to go to the job tomorrow morning, and I got to be there at 7 in the morning. Like, I can't even drink. I can't do nothing tonight because all I can think about is what I got to do tomorrow. That's not freedom. So for some people, freedom might be starting an online business, right? Starting something that they can control, that they can create, you know what I'm saying? And they can, get as much volume as possible. And it doesn't require them begging anybody for anything. You know what I'm saying? Some people think, writing a book might be freedom. Launching an app, you know what I'm saying? Becoming the go-to voice, like for a niche or something that you care about. Something that's real passionate to you. You know what I'm saying? I have a partner of mine who has an autistic kid. You know what I'm saying? And I've convinced him to create something for autistic kids. Go to your son, see what your son likes. Does he like coloring? Okay, well let's create coloring books kind of exactly like he like it. You know what I'm saying? Digital coloring books, you put them on Amazon. Now they're selling for autistic kids. Now you in a niche. Now you're making books that only target autistic kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do this. I promise you. And you have so many different aspects that you already done been through. I can almost promise you got something that you can sell. And it doesn't matter which path you choose. It only matters you. That's the only thing that matters. You choosing it. You know what I'm saying? It matters that you choose it. That's all that matters. No matter what you do, you're going to make it. Because as long as you don't stop and you understand that failure is only when I quit, as long as I continue on, I'll never fail. Man, the life is your oyster. Like the world is your oyster. You can do anything you want, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the decision that most people won't make. Most people won't go after it knowing that they might slow down, or they might not know something, or they might have to learn some more things. They might have to ask somebody for some help. So they won't make that decision because it's too hard for them. It's too hard to humble themselves and learn something new. Everybody wants to feel like they know more than this other person. So nobody wants to feel like they're learning anything. They don't want to feel like the new person. They want to feel like they know about everything. And that's just so foolish. Like, even the wisest man still wants to learn. That's why he's the wisest man. You know what I'm saying? So just understand that, like, make that decision that I'm going to grow. I'm going to create freedom. And no matter what, I'm just not going to stop. Look, so I want you guys to understand that I really made this channel to really help and motivate as many people as possible. And, you know, I'm talking about things that I'm actually doing. Like, I actually made the decision. Once I realized that I was making somebody else's life better and making mine's worse, I stopped. I stopped waiting for them. I stopped waiting for their approval. I stopped waiting for somebody to hire me onto a company and hoping that that's going to make my life better. You know what I'm saying? So I started taking the steps. I wrote a book. You know what I'm saying? I built some digital assets. I'm currently building an app. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing what I'm telling you guys that you should do, because I honestly 100% believe in it. You know what I'm saying? And once I started learning all this, I started giving the tools and helping other people do the same. And it's not because I have more talent, because I don't. To be 100% honest with you, the reason why is because I actually made the decision that my freedom mattered way more than my fear. Nothing that I feared is more important than my family's freedom. Nothing that I fear about myself is more important than my family's freedom. Nothing I fear about learning something new and failing is more important than my family's freedom. Just straight up. And so if I have to put my face out here and mess up on videos and you guys talk about me and send me crazy comments, like, if I got to do that for my family's freedom, I'm going to do it. And I suggest you do the same. And so if you're watching this, you already know this is your time. I know you feel it. That's the feeling I had. You have to feel it. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't want nobody to be an owner operator or a laborer or like a blue collar worker and doing that shit for 20 years and thinking that their life is going to get better or it's going to change, because it's still going to be the same, because you're still doing the same patterns. Just because you get on with a different company, you might make a little bit more, you're still doing the same patterns. Then you jump on with another company. Now you might change your truck. Now you're on this company. Oh, now you're making, $5,000 more a month. Yay, you still in the same fucking boat. So I'm just trying to give you guys some awareness. That's all. Like I said, in my previous videos, like I'm trying to be like a big brother, like somebody that's older and that's telling you, like, man, open up, like open your eyes. Come on, you got so many opportunities, you can get it. Like, you can change your life, you can change your kids' life, you can change your kids' lives. But it got to start with you. All right, guys, so look, I'm gonna let you go, right? But I'm just gonna end on this. I really hope that if you've been dreaming about freedom, you stop dreaming. You wake up and you make a decision that whatever I dream, I can actually do. Like, the phone that I'm recording on was somebody's dream. The laptop that I made my assets on is somebody's dream. The house that I live in is somebody's dream. So don't think that just because you have a dream that means that that's all it is. No, a dream is something that God has given you that shows you that you can do it. Like, he's giving it to you. He's showing you that I'm giving you the blueprint. It's in you. If you can see it, it's in you. I didn't give it to anybody else. Nobody else saw the development of this house. I damn sure didn't. You know what I'm saying? But he gave it to somebody. So stop dreaming and decide. Decide to take the first step. Decide to do something today. Decide to read something today. You know what I'm saying? Decide to get rid of a distraction today. Like, for good. And I promise you, man, that's all it takes is one step at a time. Making that decision. I'm deciding that I'm taking away my distractions. Because if my distractions are the things that's stopping me from getting to my dreams and my freedom, then I need to stop that. Everybody knows what they need to stop. I've known for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Once I became aware that there are levels, you know what I'm saying? And that I can build wealth and not have to kill myself. Now that I'm aware of it, everything has changed. You know what I'm saying? And so now it's just on to me changing what's inside of me to become that person that can do what I want to do. Straight up. So you start manifesting things. You start reading more. You start talking to yourself better. You know what I'm saying? Telling yourself that you can do everything, that you are a conqueror, that there's nothing that's bigger than you. Nothing you face will ever be bigger than you. So as long as you understand that, whatever you focus on, whatever you try to accomplish, you will do it as long as you don't stop. I can't fail if I don't quit. Period. Almost in every book that I have like a whole bunch of books with ideas and stuff that I want. I write everything down. You know what I'm saying? And in front of every book, I always put, I cannot fail if I don't quit. Period. So I truly believe that you guys aren't here by accident. And I believe that you're only one decision away from changing your life and changing your family's life and changing your kids' family's life. But it starts with you. So I promise you, man, you can build your freedom. You can build your purpose. But again, it starts with you. So I hope you guys have a great week. Again, I really hope that this motivated somebody or is information or at least inspire somebody to really like go out there and create freedom for themselves. All right. I love you guys.